ELDOA. I share with you many times how I came to know about ELDOA, but I want to do it one more time because maybe you didn't hear it, and because I think it's really powerful to understand what ELDOA can do, and not necessarily everyone gets to know ELDOA because he or she is in pain or has an injury. I hope not. But it's interesting to know what ELDOA can accomplish, and I really try to talk about it and to try to explain it as best as I can, even if it's not easy, because I think it's an opportunity for everyone. I really would define ELDOA as an opportunity. Can you live without it? Yes, of course. Can you live better with it? Yes. So 12 years ago, I was living in New York City, just moved from Italy. I was already a Pilates instructor, and all of a sudden, I couldn't lift my head up. I couldn't move my neck. I couldn't move my head. Even if I decided to rest and take a day off and I was lying on the couch watching TV, that was not giving me comfort. I started taking anti-inflammatories, painkillers, because I was in excruciating pain. I went for an MRI, and from the MRI I discovered I had multiple herniated discs, bulging discs at the different levels of the cervical spine, and stenosis. So I was really lucky that a client of mine referred me to a wonderful chiropractor, Dr. Keith Pine, and also to the trainer that he used to work with, which is Ben Velasquez. So the two of them put me back in place. So I was getting treatments from Keith, and then I was seeing Ben, I think 2 or 3 times a week for an exercise program. But before I started a real program of reinforcement and taking care of the whole posture and the whole body, when I saw Ben for the first time, he showed me 3 cervical ELDOA exercises. It was a Friday, I will never forget it. I went home and I started doing these exercises with the head down without lifting it off the floor because I couldn't. I think 8 times a day, 10 times a day, but I kept repeating them because even if I was absolutely not doing them right, or anyway not at the level that I'm doing them now, I could feel that by doing those exercises and by repeating them over and over, my neck was actually feeling better. So I basically was doing them every day, a couple of times before I started teaching. I used to teach at 7 a.m. and I was doing them a couple of times before, one time at home, one time at the studio. Otherwise, for me to move the pedal, the push-through bar, the springs, the spot incline was going to be impossible. So that was really part of my life back then and now anyway. And I found such a huge benefit. Like after that weekend where I was doing them like 10 times a day, on Monday I was able to stop the anti-inflammatory and painkillers because I was good enough to stop taking them. Now, my arm was completely shut down, no muscles. I was so far away from being fully rehabbed, but I was already feeling so much better that I had hope again. Because in the beginning for me, I was like, okay, let's go for the surgery. I mean, this is impossible, it's unbearable. Whatever you can do to make me feel better. Now, this is how I came to know about ELDOA. And so for me, it was like, I fell in love with it in the blink of the eye. And so other people are maybe luckier than me because they're not injured, they're not in pain, and still they heard of it and they have the opportunity to discover it. So just don't run away from it just because you're not in pain. ELDOA is for everyone. ELDOA is for he who is in pain like I was, and my pain was due to a lot of gymnastics, a lot of acrobatic dance, not a good training. I was working the front of the body without compensating and getting some preparation for the back. My posture of the neck was completely off, and my neck was the weak part of my body. So I was absolutely guilty of the situation I was in. But there is this modality that can help you, can help your neck, can help your lower back if you're in pain, can help you with your scoliosis if you have a scoliosis, can help you improve your game if you're a golfer and you need to make your spine healthier and stronger and adding rotation to your swing or power to your swing. So ELDOA is for everyone, from the kids to the older population, from the more sedentary person to the super active person. Really, that same position can be adapted to every one of us and is incredibly powerful. Now, if you've never tried it with a trainer, I would recommend to look for a trainer in your area. Don't try alone. Make sure you're given the right information. On the internet, you can find many videos, but unfortunately, 80% of those videos are wrong. So make sure you go to a trainer that studied with Guy Voyer or with other instructors that teach for Guy, like myself in New York, Bryce in California, Dan Hillman in Florida, Scott Herrera in Dallas. Look for those trainers that can help you and get started. And then if you are a trainer yourself, inquire about the certification. I ask you to do so. And then if you're not interested, don't do it. But look for the information, try a session. I think that trying out a quick session and feeling the benefits of ELDOA on your body right away is the best business card for us ELDOA instructors. I often organize on Zoom a free ELDOA class, just a quick one, 45 minutes, but because that's easier or tells you more than me talking right now. But anyway, I wanted to chat with you, so that's why I came here, and I wanted to tell you my story once again. So thank you, Keith Pines, thank you, Ben Velasquez, and of course, thank you, Guy Voyer, for inventing and creating and putting together these amazing system of exercises. So if you are interested, look for a certification course close to your location if you're an instructor. If you are a client, look on the ELDOA.com directory which one is the certified instructor closer to you, so you can take a session safely, learn the rules of the fascia tension, of the factors of progression, so that you can then do your homework correctly. So try ELDOA, you make me happy.